Hello and welcome. Right, the big session has actually got. I'm quite excited about this. I've never ever done anything this big ever. Ooh, no, I haven't. It's quite exciting. So I am, without further ado, going to go into a time lapse because it's the only way we can handle it. It's going to be monstrous. So yeah, so I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think that's us done. Yeah, I do. A cracking session. In a sort of way, I suppose if I was going to sum up, what did I learn from this? Traditional cotton harvesters, you can leave and you can set and forget it. So all three of the traditionals were all right, but when you got to like take control of the other ones, it got a bit messy. I did it on the first field. I think I did it on the second, but the third field we'd sort it. I mean, I'd left the original one going for a while. Then it was more a matter of then if you set all three of these on a single field, it's going to make well, it's an 18-meter cut, isn't it, really, which is like having a traditional header on a harvester, so really very, very good. So let's be sensible, and no, I'm not going to drive all the way up to the super, and so really all that's left to do is to see how well we actually did, and we're on pounds. We want to be on dollars, so let's change that straight away at the beginning of the session rather than waiting till the end. And then I usually see it like 2 minutes before the end, I believe. I had the sound for like getting something at the store. Oh, we did as well. You're too late. You're too late to the party. Oh, it's a shame. It is. Well, it nearly arrived. It was just literally as I came in, I heard the thing. It didn't say the message, though. It just literally sort of said, so we need to unload a partial bale. Oh, that's different. Right. Okay. Well, now that I have never seen before. I think this is the other one, isn't it? Yeah, this is not... Or is it? I think there was a... No, there's always been unload partial bale for a long time, because it really was one of those gripes that a lot of people actually had, which rightly so as well. Obviously, you're going to be working and it puts the fear of God in the much as you've got to finish the bale, and you can't control that really. So obviously loose as well. I nearly filled this. No, we also ought to put that away as well. And lift it too. I love using this. I'm not sure. I'd like to do a test at some point to see if that's fold away. Yeah, to see if like this, like the Mark IV, does damage the crop, or whether it's okay and you get exactly the same amount. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'd like to sort of do a bit more testing before I really... Yeah, and so the big one was not good enough even for the forage. It was too big. I could put a little window in, and I'm not sure... Yeah, I will look at some of the other forage ones and actually have a go at that and see if we can... Yeah, so this one's very, very small. So I wonder if it's been changed then. I don't think I've got a mod that does anything different. So this is behaviour by giants. But we shall see if this says the same or just unload. It does. It looks like this is the new way then. No longer do we get the big beautiful, unless it's finished. So yeah, then the partial bales get thrown out as... it does make a certain amount of sense, I've got to be honest. It's something I was sort of noticing, I've noticed about giants, that they are a strange company, obviously led by some people who take the lead in it, and they're very traditional. They do not like change at all. I can sort of tell that with the modding side of things, in so much as all modders have to do things the Giants way, but sometimes it's not the best way. It's sort of one thing that I noticed as a player was how terrible the recipes were that Giants have done, and I'm like, doesn't even make any sense. It's not even viable what you've actually, how it is, but it is right. So we need to come and grab that one, and I presume this must probably not too bad actually. I think this has been changed. I can't remember. Oh, mate, I was never. I think again, I would class myself as the same actually. A traditionalist in so much as I've always used the cases. I always liked the cases, but I didn't like the little 10,000. I also tried one that would got loose cotton once that had got and it was a bit buggy, so I think it put me off anything other than the cases, which were reliable. I think that's, to me, is important, that something's reliable, so can you unload? I would imagine you can just drop this off. Imagine. Let's have a look. I say, because I did enjoy it. It was, yeah, I mean, it's also got some advantages to using these too. In so much as well, like we've just said about the bales, it's not going to take you so long, but you're still going to get partial bales anyway, so it really doesn't make any difference. So let's just grab this little lot. Yeah, so we went for the Randon in the end, and that was alright. That worked a lot better, because it can go over the top. So I might need to think again, although I suppose my... oh, wow. Yeah, we really didn't get much out. Did I... No, I think this was it. We didn't get much of a use out of it, actually. Raise the LH2, which already was raised, and we can fold it away. And let's tip this little. Oh no, it's 7,873. It's not quite as small as you thought. Yeah, but I literally only went to, I think, the second field with this, and oh no, this is special, isn't it? I keep forgetting. This is another one where you need to be. No, we are on it. Ooh, what's happening to my header? Fold, harvest and header. No, that's not. I think it's that this is fighting with that. They might have a similar function. It could well be something like that. Now we need to be on. That's the weight, and that is the. That's it. Oh, I thought. Completely the different way. I might actually get it though. Oh, okay, might not. We'll get the mover. Yeah, my bad. Do quite like this. It's quite unique. Yeah, so left bumper and that. Okay, we'll try and remember, but I dare say I won't. It's like anything, isn't it? When you use it every day, all of the time, you sort of remember these things. But yeah, very nice having all of these harvesters. Yeah, that's the most I've ever had. So, well, I've 3 traditionals, but obviously like really 5 harvesters in a way. It was quite special. Almost 6, we just missed out. So that I've only ever had 3 on Alien Gyms, and they were all obviously cases at the time because that's all that was in the game. Be careful. Let's stick. Yeah, let's be good. Let's stick them away because the catching up stage I'm going to be doing next. That's gonna. Well, I think what we'll do is what I have got into the habit of doing is putting extremes in to mop up, to make things again. That's something else I'm hoping to get to release on the model. But I have decided I am doing these sheds because they're so simple that these are going to be my first mod. Yeah, I think. To become any kind of known by giants, I think you've got to go probably humble. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, okay, so yeah, we did put a little bit in that. We ought to grab that too and check. I did persevere with it for a while, but yeah, it's not. Yeah, now this was. Oh, I thought I swore we persevered with this for a bit. Oh, we did. Yeah. Now this is what I was finding. It's like the fill thing's gone strange. It wouldn't tip it all out at once. I do like the tip mechanism on this. You literally just press down and up. It's really quite amazing. So also you have to be further away than you think for this. Yeah, it's got quite a far out. You can see I've almost got this right. It's just that one piece of silver, which I'm going to have a go, but I think this will only be for bulk. It'll be like for lugging stuff from one place to another, because I really think this is there's not hardly anything that can ever. We actually got a con in there. I would have thought we did, but it's not. Oh no, we have definitely. Yeah. Very, very temperamental trigger. I must not quite be close. Let's just get a bit closer. I'll probably go too close now, and then it will trample in the car. Yeah, it's. This is what. Oh, it did actually do it. No, it did. It just. Yeah, when it's full with 120, I just don't think it's set up for it. But I do like the way it tips, so I need to just fix that one silver thing. And it will do as a very large trailer as it is, but I think I'm still going to need to do a little bit more with it than that. So we've got to clean a mess up now. We need to grab telehandler, I would say. For once, we will grab the trailer, which is usually somewhere. Is it at the back over there? I think so. I think you can see it in the distance, I think. Oh, and we didn't do the normal animal thing. Yeah, we're going to do all of that. The one thing I'm going to do, though, is when I'm calling it, which is like right now, I will sell the herd and everything. It's something because it does actually bring in a lot of cash, but also stops you continuing on and on, because you want a tally from a certain point in time, and that time would be like at the end of today. You know, as in when we've done everything, we'll sell the animals. So it's a proper, you know, like everything. So we may as well actually do this now, because it's all the session, really. So, yeah, but we still don't need the, not for this. No, I think we're quite happy with loading a few. And if it takes a couple of like things, honey as well. Yeah, on a few of the Let's Plays, the honey is so good that I'm having to sell it as well. Again, I think Cavalier Royds, we've got 9 quadruples, which is really 36 individual honeys. That is a lot. It is. So it really does do. That's very messy. That's one of the worst I've ever seen me do. Ever. So I broke my own personal record for like being terrible, which is not a good thing to break. But then again, record breaking, that's definitely the most I've ever done of cotton. Yeah, definitely. I don't think I've ever done through. No, I suppose no. Alien Jim's map. I always forget its name. North. His American one. Loved it. Yeah, literally did have aliens in it as well. I thought it was quite apt for Alien Jim to. Oh, okay, that was a little bit. Seems to be a day for me, like not being in the right place. Right, I smash it. Yes, I'm quite really looking forward to seeing how much we've got and how far we go with this, because that's going to produce some rope for certainty, and at the extreme it will really do it quickly. Let's just stick those on there. I think I might grab the milk as well, but it's. We can pick it up anyway. Ooh. Yeah, so cracking session. This is obviously, I recorded the action earlier, and then I thought I'll get up, yeah, because it was getting on in the middle of the night, and I thought, no, let's just let it be. I'll catch up in the morning with the rest of the session. So let's grab the milk. Yeah, I'm liking this where you do the milk and the in one sort of thing. It's sort of quite alright. A bit disappointed with my dairies though. That's my next on my hit list of things to do. I've been very busy actually over the last few days with lots of different like things, projects. It's almost like, obviously I was quite upset that I wasn't well enough to do my modding because I was really sort of getting into the throes of it, and it's nice to sort of be back. It's yeah, I've done a few done some mines and some, yes, no, we can grab that on top, we can. Yeah, I've done some mines, production type mines, and also the what giants call the heap spawner, which is the ones that just literally throw stone and that out. But that one I found a bit temperamental. But a lot of it's down to field types on maps, where a map uses all of the field types. I think Wampsville's the same. If you put, you'll actually break his map if you go in there with a single, because he's like got so much going on there. But I think it starts to get silly because nearly everyone's got. There's a lot of mods now with additional field types, so I thought, well, I'm not sure that's a wise idea. But yeah, there's Palanque likewise has got so many field types. I tested my heap spawner on Silver Lake, which hasn't got a lot, and it worked fine. Went to Palanque and it didn't understand, because it got too many field types on the map, so therefore it wouldn't actually work. And I was like, I've just tested this. And then the sort of penny dropped. I thought, well, this has, if you look at all the field types, the unique crops, they've taken all of the unique field types. I don't think the game takes any notice of... It's got to, in a way. I don't understand how it works. Yeah, because obviously we've got that mod that on PC where you can increase the amount of field types, but I'm not sure that the maps take much notice. Because there's a limit to the maps, which doesn't make any sense to me. If Giants have allowed you to like do more, I would imagine, even for this super, that, I don't know, this seems to be making... No. Yeah, even for the super, it's like too much. It's only 5,000. Yeah, actually, it is a bit poor. Yeah, it is really. When they work out it's 5,000. No, it's 57,600 cycles per month, and you lose obviously quite a bit to make your rope. Not as much as Giants, I might add, but yeah, 20 to 15 as well. I thought that was more realistic than like the losses that the Giants one did. It seemed very there. Yeah, I was looking at. I was sort of calling Wamsu DTAP for like the losses on his, but it really is for the Giants, which is 90% loss. I mean, that is just tremendously terrible. So I was putting it into context. We had 45,000 litres of stone that would have gone to 4,500 litres of product, and the product only sells for a pittance as well, so that'd be 4,500 litres. It would have made us about $6,000, and I'm like, 45,000 stones that make that. I'm like, that's just too much. So I've tweaked it. Yeah, I'm not having that. So it's just too silly, that is. Yeah, we're just about to sell the herd, aren't we, really? So yeah, let's do it. No, we can do that next session. This is not that session. We do need to grab the we do need the telehandler and the trailer to finish off the task that we actually started, to get all that loose in and the bales, and then we'll bring that all down. We will send the loose cotton. We do need the mover as well, but we'll sort out one thing at a time and get all the cotton, see how much cotton we actually did do, and I think it... Oh, that's a bit odd. The van's like flashing. There's a lot of weird things go on this game. Really loads. Yeah, crashes and all manner of things. So then, let's get all these loosey bits first. All these little tiny pallets here. Stick these on. And then I'll go gather the bales. Do we time-lapse this? It's going to be a long session, so it's not a bad idea, I don't think. Yeah, it probably is. Just to the amount of work we've got still to do, really, to finish off. The session would be... I don't really want to split it, is why I would prefer to do a time-lapse than like anything else. So I am going to say my words. Let's just finish this off in a little tiny bit of a time-lapse. Yes, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. I was just thinking we haven't got a mover on this one. I'm going to say it's, yeah, I'm saying we'll grab the mover. We needed to grab the mover. We did get it once, as in leased it, but we've not got, oh, we got the fluffy mods. Of course we have. I knew deep down, I was just thinking, I'm sure we've got something that, yeah, we got the fluffy mods, didn't we, in the sales a couple of months ago. And it should be here. It is right there. Oh, I can bring this in. I love the orange wheels on this. Really love it. Absolutely amazing. It is. Let's grab the fluffy mods of this. Give it a bit of, I know it's a bit late in the Let's Play anyway. We only just got a couple of these tractors a couple of sessions ago, but it is what it is. What can you say? It's been a crack. It is real blast from the past. One of the best sets of equipment I think I've ever had. I've got to be honest, I've got quite a lot of good equipment on a lot of Let's Plays. I'm using the find used a lot, so I'm choosing. You know, you're like going, well, if you've not got it, if I've got it randomly, then I'm okay. But if I haven't, I think, well, I'm going to choose then. If like I can't, you know, I may as well go for the tools that it really is a cracking mod. I'm really very pleased with it. It's and also adds, if you do like I've been doing it, an element to the Let's Plays that's sort of like as a bit of a wild card. You know, you don't know when it's going to drop. It's not in your control, and it is a bit random. It sort of is. Yeah, definitely. So how much should we get? Oh, 7873 as well. We've done really well on the cot. I mean, you'd expect it, but what it means we have really done 60 odds. I thought we'd done the square bale on the middle field. Now, when I saw it like not there, I thought, oh, I'm sure we did a square bale. Mainly partials, because obviously you're hitting the fields, and a lot of it was loose as well. But right, let's just see. Let's set this going. So it's cotton picking, moves the stuff from the large production silo. 84,000 litres in there. Brilliant. A digestator shed load. But that is a point. We also need to do the selling to Missy B. So this is going to be a bit of a lugger. Yeah, that really going to be lugging a lot. So we want to be distributing that as well. So that is going to be tremendous. Distribute, fantastic, excellent. So yeah, that is, there's going to be a lot of fallout. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff. So done the animals. We do still remain needing to grab the honey, so let's just quickly do that. All the little jobs that we know about, I want to get them done. Yeah, because there's quite a lot here. It's tremendous. Oh, yeah, and the grass, we did cut the grass the final time as well. It's got its single. Oh my life, I think this is a bit much for. Yeah, we need to like go wide and grab two at a time. I apologise for this in a way, but it's if you're going like manual loading, there's got to be something. This is another project I'd like to do, which is to get back to trying to do the. I've spent a lot of time trying to get forks with straps. And I do know how to do straps, because obviously I've got them on the. But straps on things like this is completely different. It's just not the same. I've looked at NASA's, the maker of the Altec, and Mack Truckers. They've all done things differently. They all make it work, and I sort of tried to do something similar myself. I couldn't make it work with any of them. I tried the Altec way, and that never worked. I tried the NASA way, it never worked. I tried the Mack Trucker way, with my own sort of tweak, and I think that's it. I need to follow sort of exactly the same steps, but I think I'm missing something as well. I think if we look in that there's too much already honey. Yeah, that's never going to process that. There's more honey than there is goat milk. So I think this lot needs to be sold. We're probably better to stick it on the. Yeah, I think we are. Ooh, okay. I thought I'd got that one. Also, while we're here, is the rope worth selling at present? That's not a bad thing to look at too. Being as we're like doing this right now, we're like a stone throw away. But if it's not, then obviously we'll keep it with a time-saving stock check, which will sort of keep stock of how much that we're going to get. So is the rope worth Oh, it's rarely in green, actually. So it really is. For once, we're very fortunate. I think there's only 2 slots here. I have tweaked this, so maybe I've made it worse, not better. I thought, yeah, I've done on nearly all of the silos now, of the production sites, I've done 2 spawns, but I haven't got it active yet. Yeah, so I need to tweak it again. We have been selling this, so it could well be that 10 tons is all that we've got, because that is still quite a lot when you consider that's 10 individual pallets. Yeah, that looks about right at the minute. Obviously, we know that there's a shed load in at present. Let's just get that and follow again. Yeah, apologise. I came up at the time that's a little early, didn't I? Really, because I thought we'd done, but we actually haven't. Now there's still quite a bit to do. This is the last job, though. Yeah, then we will end the session. Ooh, yeah, that's sorry, my bad. Yeah, I did drop that money on the floor. We will pick it up. I won't, yeah, I'm going to put it on the flatbed because they're not funny about carrying things and like driving with this stuff. It's a bit, I bounced. I did get that. I was going to get that in the right place, but then I bounced and it like got it high. Okay, let's get that and follow again. Apologies, delivery van. Yeah, I've got to be a bit better at this. I'm like too close. And sometimes they escape from it. Sometimes they'll will escape from the collision and they'll just drive normal. And other times they just sit there, like they can't escape from the collision. But like even though the collision's no longer there, they still don't actually escape from that collision message. So it's something you've really got to be careful of. Right, so let's get this little lot on. Sold. Yeah, it is a bit topsy-turvy on one side. There's more weight on the left than there is on the right. Thank you, Nick. That's my grandson. Right. Let's get this done. I thought I'd gone in a bit. So yes, again, there's quite a few. I'm working on headers at the minute. Oh, I was going to have a look at that once on camera to see if you could see them. Because I think I've shifted them where you can see them now. They won't be. They're not finished, but I just want to see if the wheels are there or whether I still need to work or whether I need to start again and like sort of try. Obviously, there's a lot of. I'm learning a few necks with the vehicle, so I'm trying to do different things to try and find the best way to do things. So it is possible that we will buy and sell that. I think and maybe that the Super 790 footer and maybe that too. No, we won't. We'll leave it. We'll leave it where it stands. I know we did sort of order that, but it doesn't matter. I would have liked to use it actually. So one time I will because it's a slightly cheaper model as well. I think it's a little bit different. No, that's not what I want to do. I'm flummoxing myself now. Yeah, headers is what I was trying to show you. Yeah, it's just to see. It will be under. Yeah, it will look like that, but it isn't one of those at all. Yeah, it is, but that's the picture it will show. But it is by myself, so only 4K content. It's one of these. Yeah, I don't know which one it'll be. So the wheels aren't showing. Most things are in proportion though. The silvers, obviously, I've not literally just left it as a very like silver metal at present. Yeah, no, it is working. Yeah, it's lost a lot of its individual colours though. But the reel's okay. The thing underneath that catches the thing's okay. Just the wheels are still completely wrong. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to start from scratch or whether crack on with this or not. Yeah, I'm trying to get a draper, but it's not. I've literally made that a different size. So yeah, that's the traditional that. Oh, you've done both of them. Oh, now that I didn't realise. That's sinking into the ground, so I've got my levels wrong, heights wrong. Well, there you go. Work in progress. Whip. It is definitely. Again, I've literally been into Blender and I've got like a 8, a 10, a 12, a 13.7. I've got all of the different sort of sizes, but again, it's then you need to resize all the bits and bobs, and they don't like being resized. So at the minute I'm trying to resize things to see if it's possible to do. It sort of is, but it's, yeah, like causing so much work, it's unbelievable. Oh wow, okay, that I didn't mean to do. How could I drag? Oh, because the other would be set further back. Yeah, it's just one of them things. It's going to fall off and fall straight down. We should be able to get these on. I should say this is going to be almost a tiny little black packet, really. I mean, obviously the other thing I'm going to say, we sort of, because we've gone mad, the farm would have done very, I mean, we will do well, but because we've invested so heavily in such a lot of equipment, some of our profit is sunk into that equipment, which obviously I never take that into consideration. But in a way, you'd have to say that this has done better than a lot of farms due to the amount of equipment that we've actually invested in. So if we did another year here, which it would be my normal full Let's Play, I think this would wipe the floor with almost anything, because cotton is a very, very good business, and especially if you're going to go into things like rope. Yeah, the rope factory is a good one, especially with my loss. It's not, it still loses, but it doesn't lose like anywhere near as much as the Giants one. It still would be a terrible business. With Giants, your loss would be awful, and your business would be terrible. Some of them are so bad that you're almost as well off to sell. It is always slightly better to sell, you know, to do the production, but it would be like a 10-year thing where you'd break, you know, like to buy the actual production, the big factories, probably take about 10 years. Well, no one plays a Let's Play, it's a game. Nobody plays a Let's Play for that long. I don't know a single player, and there may be an odd one, but you'd be a rare individual to stay on a Let's Play like this for 10 seasons to make your profit back on a 300 grand thing with the Giants productions. And that's what I'm saying, it's not viable, it's a game. It's like a short-term thing, and everyone sort of moves on to new maps. No one does them forever. Some people obviously do them for longer than I do, because I'm trying to show content, and it's got to be dynamic, as I always call it. So right, so I didn't even pay any attention to how well we did there. Yeah, we did do fairly well actually, about 100 grand I think, something like that. So no, that is true. We started this like that, so let's be truthful and stay true to what we've done. This has been a part of the Let's Play all along, so it's not like we're doing anything that we haven't done lots of times before. Yeah, and we will sell that too. Oh, cool. And that too is worth a reasonable amount of cash too. I do like the fact this is adjustable. It's a bit of a dark horse that it can be a weeder stroke cultivate. It really is. If you do cultivate, which I never do, it really would be a very good thing to actually have. So then, yeah, so we missed out on this one, the 2007 model. I don't think it's quite as, I think it's as, I can't remember, it's slightly different. I can't remember what was different, whether it's the size of the bales or the speed or something slightly different about it, because it's obviously, I mean, they haven't changed a lot. They've not really changed it, because again, do you really need to? So 17 grand we made on that one. Let's grab that as well, the Elmers, and let this sold as we're finishing as we started. We're going to be treating this business, because it is a business, just like we have all the way through the Let's Play, because it's the thing that's enabled us, really. I mean, although it made us profit, we mainly sunk it into equipment, and I think that's its strength. It really is quite amazing that you can buy and sell stuff, which is why I really love it. I don't know if anybody else is going to like, you know, I don't know whether how people think of the content, whether, you know, whether it's a bit, I was thinking of like, Yeah, I will be definitely love to hear from you all on this, on whether, I mean, because it is a part of the game, I realise, and if I was playing this game for myself, then I would do this probably all of the time. But again, there would be some probably let's plays where we would say, right, no selling except for you can buy, but there's no selling unless you're selling your own piece of equipment, and that's got to be careful. Then I very rarely do. I usually keep it. So yeah, I don't want to be like crossing lines to try to like make things happen just for a let's play. So if we couldn't sell, we wouldn't sell. Simple as. But yeah, the odds sort of let's play where we don't want me to do that because we want it to be more about farming, then I will do that, even though I'm trying to bring the game feature in. So it's a shame, JHHG, that we did not get a single chance, because we went into cotton. But it's always a pleasure to have your stuff on any let's play where we can, and we certainly did equip ourselves terribly well. If we'd have had a chance to use it, yeah, we would have literally been able to do anything, but we chose cotton, so it went into cotton, didn't it, really, in a way? We got the one, and then it led into all of our fields being cotton. When you consider, yeah, I think this should be true, actually. Where we came from, one little field, and this was a stringent, we had 100 grand in our pocket. We did allow us to go to the bank on this one. We had a very good reputation with the bank, and they did allow us to lend cash off them. So on some let's plays, I have insisted on not allowing that, but this was the first, really, the first of this particular type where I actually went for that option. So statistics is what I'm looking for. How many years did we actually... 4 years. I know it says 5, but we only 4 years of active farming did we spend. That's not bad from so little. It does hinder you when you do a start from scratch on your progress in comparison to a new farm stock, because you might be 2 fields ahead on certain maps. You might be given some, I mean, yeah, Oxygen Day gives you a monstrous field. That's a massive advantage. To start from scratch, you've got nada, not a single field. Some very rare maps, as they get released, sometimes you get the equipment if you go on in like the first week, but I prefer if you don't. It muddies the water, because we got all of that equipment, all those equipment that you can see on there, all of that through the sales, buying and selling, all of the animals that we've got. We'll get those sorted next session. I mean, all of the honey, I mean that infrastructure as well is worth a fortune. We didn't go as big on this one as we have on others, but I mean, yeah, it should be a very large beehive, really. We've only gone for 2, and this still does keep us very busy. Yeah, I've got like 6 or something like that, or no, 9 on Cavalier Roy's, literally everywhere. And it really just, as you'd imagine, the honey coming out of that, it's a business in itself. Very good investment. But that's where I'm going to leave it. So we're up to 593,170, but that is only the beginning. Yeah, we really have got a lot of cotton. So when we come in next time, what I'm going to do is this will be, all of these are going to be extremes, because that's what I put in the last, well, the production silos, they don't need to be extreme. There's no purpose for that. But all of this, the bionic small dairy, the biogas plant, can be an extreme, but I don't think there's a need. Yeah, we've not actually, have we done this? Has that done the silage already? Is that not, have I switched it off or something? No, it's got enough water in it. We've only just done it this morning. Yeah, because the mini is not as good as the big one, so it probably will take another day to get rid of that. But we're going to be here for a day or two, so even with the extremes, that's going to take a while for it to hammer down on when all that cotton comes from the large production. And then, of course, we have also got the selling of the digestate, which I think it's a little early at present. Oh, it's not actually. We're pretty much at top price. In fact, it's dropping. So, yeah, we will be doing that. You can see what we would get just from the cotton itself, which is not that good, really. It's because it's top price. But it's about there. Of course, we would sell it for an awful lot more with BI Industries. It would definitely sell for more. The butter and chocolate is, again, I'm very, very disappointed with that. I don't think we've ever sold anything from it. So the impact of the dairy on this particular Let's Play has been nada. I don't think we've literally ever taken anything. We may have done once. from that and sold it. Literally everything's been the slurry yard and the rope factory mainly. Yeah, the goat cheese. Yeah, it's really goat milk bottled is worth quite a bit actually, and that is coming up to the top price. So yeah, that's not. Yeah, so I suppose that there's quite a lot there. We've not sold it, but it has been there all along. So yeah, it's not. But the impact is negligible. Really, that's what I'm saying. I need to up the antes to make the even the standard production. I think they all need to be at least doubled on the cycles. I think I'm going to start that as a baseline. Even the small ones doubled, and then I'm going to double everything to see how that is, including the little one. Just the storage has got to be less than the little one. I think its machinery should still be as good. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, I think. So yeah, all that remains to be said. Hopefully you join me next session to see how well we did. So that the productions will be ramped up to my extremes, which is 10 times a super. They are only a tool. The costs are all as they should be now. I did actually, yeah, the first time I used them on Polanyi, I didn't do my costs correctly, so it was sort of cheaper to make things. Well, I've now done that, so the production cost will be exactly the same, 10 times what they would have been before, because you're making 10 times the product. So that's all factored in. Everything is as it should be now. So yes, hopefully you'll join me, and we shall see how well we did in the next session. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on the last little bit of this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.